Alright, so today in this video, I'm going to compare my iPhone 12 mini and this Sony Alpha 7 III right now. I'm gonna compare video and photo as well. I'm with my boys today. What's up, Gak? And I have my boy Kazu and Taka.
What's up?
Hello, hello. So I hope this video will be, you know, kind of entertaining for you guys, because $3,000 worth of camera equipment versus my $799 iPhone 12 mini. I don't know which one's better, so let's find out. Not only I wanted to compare my ultra wide and wide angle lens, I wanted to compare the portrait mode of the iPhone with my portrait lens, I guess, my Sigma 35 f1.4. I'm gonna use f1.6 for the portrait comparison, but for ultra wide, I'm gonna use this Tamron 17. It's 17 to 28 f2.8, and it is 17 mil, but it is still pretty wide. And for the 26 mil of the iPhone 12 mini's main camera, I'm gonna try to mimic 26 mil on this lens so we can compare it perfectly and naturally as possible. I'm excited for this. Alright, so the shooting was super fun, and let's compare the difference between the iPhone and my professional level camera. In my opinion, I will say the 13mm equivalent ultra wide camera on iPhone is the most impressive lens for, you know, this year's iPhone. Since the focal length of 13mm is really hard to mimic with professional level camera as well, I mean, the ultra wide on this thing is super impressive, and I think the photo that comes out of this thing is really good for landscape or like urban photography. Plus 13mm is so wide and it will look very unique type of photo as well. The biggest difference between the full frame camera and the iPhone is the natural blur coming from the actual sensor size of the camera. However, since ultra wide angle photos such as landscape and urban photography and stuff doesn't really require any type of background blur, so some of the photo, I mean, iPhone kind of looks better than my Alpha 7 III, which is kind of surprising, and the HDR of ultra wide photo is pretty good. So I mean, if I'm shooting like maybe landscape when I go to hiking, or if I'm shooting something like, you know, very open area, I'll probably use iPhone than my DSLR, which is crazy. When it comes to 26mm, in this focal length, you can kind of see the clear separation between the object and the natural background blur when it comes to the Alpha 7 III, which is a full frame camera. As you can see on this backlit photo of my friend Taka, the background blur on the Alpha 7 III looks so clean and the lights are very natural. However, on the other hand, iPhone's HDR is still pretty crazy, and they expose everything like perfectly. Everything is well lit, so it looks like I shot multiple images and combined in like Photoshop and stuff, which is super cool. Fun fact about iPhone HDR, according to Apple, when you shoot photo on iPhone, especially this year's 12 series, they will shoot about 9 photos with different exposures to combine it in one frame, in one shot. That's crazy. I know, right? However, I mean, it's not a problem, but if you get closer to the subject, you can kind of see the clear difference between the full frame camera and the iPhone. Especially, even this main camera is f1.6, my Tamron 17 to 28 is f2.8, but the natural background blur is way better on my full frame camera. If you guys are enjoying this video right now, if you guys can please hit the like button for me so YouTube Senpai will notice me and blizzes me with the algorithm, and it will help this channel a lot. Even the normal 12 and 12 mini doesn't have a LiDAR sensor and camera, the portrait mode is still good, and it's getting better and better every single year. As you guys can see this photo of my friend Kazu and Taka, I mean, the portrait on this iPhone is super clean. I mean, it looks like a freaking APS-C or maybe closer to a full frame camera, and the blur in the background is looking kind of natural, and to be honest, ain't shabby. I kind of like it. But if you're trying to shoot an object that has like complex shape, or if you're trying to shoot something in like weird situation, the portrait mode kind of messed it up, and it's ended up being very horrible photo. Like you see in this photo of my friend Gaku, I shot him right in front of a stop sign, and the iPhone kind of confused, and the some pole of the stop sign is blur, but on top of, you know, the sign it's on focus, which is kind of weird. Also, the hair separation is not that perfect yet, so I mean, if you're shooting some model or if you're shooting your friend, let them know that wear some hat or, you know, some beanie, so you know it will have a clear separation. The video on the iPhone is super crazy, especially this year, and the stabilization on this thing is really good when you're shooting handheld. The HDR is good, the color is good. Even some of the video I did not use the Dolby Vision HDR because there's not so many monitor or TV or smartphone that is capable of showing Dolby Vision, so there's no point for me to shoot it. But I'll say the standard, the normal HDR video on iPhone is still pretty clean. However, the beauty of full frame is the depth of the field and the lower light performance. Also, you can have more flexibility when it comes to editing, especially on Sony. I do like shooting on Cine 4 or S-Log, and it gives me way more flexibility when it comes to like exposure and like color balance and stuff. But I know the iPhone's Dolby Vision HDR, you can shoot up to 10-bit. However, in my opinion, I still feel like the S-Log and C-Log is way more flexible when it comes to color editing, and I still prefer, edit the color on my professional camera. Overall, I do think Apple nails it with the camera performance of this year's iPhone 12 lineup. I mean last year. The photo and video both looking super crispy with the iPhone 12, and I do love the image that comes out of this thing. And the benefit of having a smartphone is that you can literally, fit this thing in your pocket and you can go everywhere, which is pretty crazy, because if I want to shoot with my camera, I have to take my lens, which is pretty freaking heavy, is way heavier than my smartphone, and I have to take 2 lenses, 1 body, spare battery, and multiple stuff to shoot, better images than this thing. But anyway guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, because YouTube Senpai will blesses me with the algorithm. And if you guys are curious about the iPhone 12 mini versus iPhone SE, please click the video right here. And if you guys are curious about my backpack setup, please click the video right here. Also, I just posted a new video, so if you guys want to check that out, please check it out, and my channel will be right here. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Peace Gates, and you guys already know. Peace out guys.